Okay, people, this is the work of my neighbor. You hear the tractor in the background? He's over there with his bush hog. He came up to check. Well, it's kind of anticlimactic, isn't it? It's smoldering, but it's not really burning. Everything's still pretty damp. I didn't want to do it when it was really dry because I don't want to take a chance of starting a fire. I don't think that's really a possibility though, because things are pretty wet around here. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Excuse me, I had one in the back of the house that was, took me a little bit to get going, but it smoldered for a while and then it caught. And then it smoldered and then it caught. And then it smoldered and then it caught. It's like nice slow burn. So anyway, there has been a few channels talking about community, building community. And, you know, that is really, really important. My horses are coming in less than a week. And I haven't really said much, but when we moved down here, even though we tried to get someone to help unload our truck into storage, there was no help to be found that we could find. It was just bad timing. We were trying to get a couple of young guys to come down with us from New Jersey, family, and just things just kind of fell through, and they couldn't help. They wanted to. Things weren't falling into place. So it was just myself and my husband unloading the truck. My son had sprained his ankle loading the truck. Just as we were finishing up loading the truck, he came down off the truck the wrong way and twisted his ankle. So he was out of commission. So that just left my husband and I. Well, in the process of unloading the truck, my husband developed a hernia. So he's been out of commission for the whole time. He is scheduled for surgery. He probably would have had surgery next week, but the surgeon's going to be away for a week. So as soon as the surgeon gets back, that's when he's going in for surgery. So I've had to do pretty much everything myself. My son has been helpful, but he's more of a computer geek, so he doesn't really know what to do, and there's some things it's not in his skill set as yet. It's still developing. So I've been trying to get the cabin finished, and other things done, all the while running for doctor's appointments, running to get supplies, running for this, running for that. We got to bring in water because we don't have the water situation set up yet. It's coming, but it's just everything is taking a lot longer than I had originally planned for due to injuries. So, like I was saying, talking about with community. Well, we met one of our neighbors. The majority of the neighbors around here are of poor quality. But this one neighbor whose door I knocked on and introduced myself to, he has been a godsend. Because yesterday, he came up here. He had some kind of like a gator type thing. Don't know if it was a true gator, but it was that type of thing, you know, a little 4x4 thing for running around. And he came up here and he took a look at what we had here. Now, he had done a little bit of grading for me, but that was before the cabin was brought up. And he leveled the seat a little bit better than what was there originally. So that was nice. But he hadn't really explored the property much. So he brought this thing up here, and we went for a drive. And I'm not used to going down hills on something like that. I was hanging on for dear life. So, but anyway, so he took a look around, and I mean, he had been up here years ago, and he kind of thought he knew what was going on around here, but he wasn't completely sure. So, but yeah, so he said, you know what? I was talking about the horses coming and where I was going to put them and stuff like that, and so you know what? Let me bring my bush hog up here, and so you can at least see what you got. So he went back. He dropped me off. He went back, and he brought his bush hog up. I tell you, he about had me in tears because he cleared enough land, and I saw what I had, and my idea of where I was going to put the horses has changed because of what he did. And I am so grateful because all I had to work with was my weed trimmer, and it was just not enough. It just was not enough. So let me show you a little bit better of what I got going on here. Okay. I was originally going to put the horses over in that area. Okay. Well, by the way, I was cutting wood over in that area. And then a few minutes later, he went in there with a bush hog, and he drug out a copperhead. Okay. Yeah, that enlightened me a lot. It's dead. It's still moving. I am so grateful to my neighbor because he was bush hogging in here, and he pulled that snake out of that area right there, and that's where I was chopping up wood. That is a copperhead. It's poisonous. He hollered at me. I ran and I got my gun, but not as fast as he got a stick and started pounding away on it. But that's why I got this thing. For that right there. So anyway, he bush hogged over in there. Now these trees here, they're black walnut. They're going. I'm going to cut them down. Of course, pokeweed, that's going to go. This tree right here, that's a black walnut. That's going to go. Right back here, these two big trees, that's where I'm going to put the shelter. Okay, right back in here. He bush hogged all through here. Now I got some cleaning up to do back in here, where there's some branches down, tree down. I don't know if I can get that one. I don't know if you can see the dead leaves here. Okay, that's a branch that's broken off up a little higher, about right there. There's a branch broken off. Okay, that's beyond my pay grade. I don't know that I'm going to be able to deal with that. I'll know better when I get down there. This one here, there's a couple of branches down, and I found that fence post. So I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to put that to use or not, but we'll see. That's what that silver thing is. It's a fence post that has gate hinges on it. This tree was dead. You still need to cut that up. But he bush hogged right into here, right in through here. He bush hogged over here. He went about as far as he could. He's only here for about a half hour. It would have taken me weeks to get all this done. Absolutely. Now, where you see the wheelbarrow right there, that's where I had to dig the hole for the health department come inspect for septic. And he bush hogged in front of the house. I got to go up there on the hill and with a weed whacker, finish that up. Yeah, I got a mess up there. That's tools and whatnot up there on the deck. And I got a bush hog up on here above the rock wall. Clean that up. And he's talking about bringing some heavy equipment in to clean up here. There's like a drainage area here. I'll see if I have time to get in there with the weed trimmer and clean some of that up so he can better see what's going on in there. Okay, that's our well that we're working on. These are totes. A couple of the better looking ones will probably be used for water storage. There's a couple there that are not that great, but a lot of people around here use them to put their trash in because it keeps dogs out, because dogs run all over the place around here. And yes, I've had a couple dogs visit us all the way up here and get into my trash bag. So we don't generate a lot of trash, but we still generate some. Paper trash I burn. And there's another brush pile back there that needs to be burned. I don't know what this tree is. Somebody suggested it might be a peach. I don't know how good a shape it's in. It doesn't look that great. I don't know if I pruned it back, if that would help it. Hoping that Dizzy can enlighten me on that, but it could be because we've got a lot of black walnut growing around here and I need to get rid of the black walnut, because black walnut will deter the growth of other plants. So, and yes, the black walnut that is over above the well, that's a black walnut. That's got to go. And I got to try and contact a guy about it. I've been trying to get hold of him, but I'm calling at the wrong time. So it's an Amish guy. Might have to go and visit him. So you can see kind of through what I still have remaining, what he's done. There's down the hill over that way, there's a creek bed. I haven't seen a lot of water in it, but he seems to think that the former owner years ago, that's how he watered his horses. So he thinks that maybe it just needs some clearing up. And that may be true. I don't know. I have not seen a lot of water in it. We had a bunch of rain the other day, and yeah, there's water in there now, but it's not moving real quick. So I'm not sure what's going to happen there. So, and that kind of gives you an idea, a little bit better idea of what I got going on here. Behind those trees, it kind of, goes down. So I own, excuse me, I own up on the ridge, up to the ridge. I don't know if you can see up there. And there's a ridge that goes all around my property. So, and I own all down in here. Goats would be very beneficial. So I didn't know what I would have done without my neighbor who had the equipment that I didn't have to get the job done. I said, I would have done it. I would have done it. I would have sucked it up, got my measly little tools, my little chainsaw, my little weed whacker. I would have gone at it. I would have done it. Okay? It would have taken me a lot longer, but I would have done it. He has saved me so much work. Now I can concentrate. I can get the shelter up. I just got one of those portable garage canvas type things for now. For now, just to give the horses shelter. They were on sale, so I grabbed one, snapped it up. I'll get that set up, get the fence up. I've got a solar electric charger, so we'll get that set up, and they should be good to go. They should be good to go. Community, you can't do it all yourself, people. Good neighbors cultivate that relationship. Be a good neighbor. Have a good one. Talk to you later.